Jai Shri Gurudev, welcome to chemistry classes. So today we are going to explain the next topic is reduction of oxide to the metal. So yesterday I explained isolation of the concentrated ore, that includes two methods, that is calcination and roasting. So next is reduction of oxide of the metal. Okay, so metal oxides, reduction of the metal oxides is usually carried out with a suitable reducing agents such as carbon or carbon monoxide. Reduction of the metal oxides is usually carried out by using with a suitable reducing agents such as carbon or carbon oxide. So in this equation, so metal oxides MXOY combines with Y carbon, that is carbon is used as a reducing agent to form the metal X metal plus Y CO plus Y CO. Therefore, reduction of oxide to the metal, can be explained on the basis of elegant diagram. On the basis of elegant diagram. So, elegant diagram. So, this is important for CET classes and also for theory classes. Theory examinations. Okay. So elegant diagram. Elegant diagram is a plot of delta G naught. Plot of delta G naught. That is standard free energy change. Standard free energy change versus temperature. So for the formation of oxides, for the formation of various metal oxides. This is called as elegant diagram. Elegant diagram is a plot of graph of delta G naught versus temperature for the reduction of metal oxides. This is elegant diagram. Elegant diagram is a plot of delta G naught versus temperature. For the formation of, that is reduction of metal oxides. For the reduction of formation of oxides of various metals. Okay, this is elegant diagram. Okay, this diagram was given by the name of the scientist H.T.J. Elegant. The name of the scientist is, this graph was given by H.T.J. Elegant. So, which provides a sound basis for the reduction of metal oxides. By choosing a proper reducing agents. So elegant diagram also explains the feasibility of a reaction. Thermodynamic feasibility of a reaction. When 1 mole of oxygen is consumed in every reduction of metal oxides. When 1 mole of oxygen is consumed in every reaction. So this is that is criteria. The thermodynamic criteria for the reduction of a metal oxide is that delta G naught should be always negative. Delta should be negative means that should be decreases. Standard free energy change must decrease. This is the thermodynamic criteria for feasibility of a reaction. Therefore, elegant diagram explains the thermodynamic feasibility of a reaction when 1 mole of oxygen is consumed in every reaction. You see the reactions, 1 mole of oxygen is consumed in every reaction. So, therefore, the thermodynamic criteria or the feasibility of a reaction is that standard free energy change should decrease. So, this is the graph. We have plotted the elegant diagram for the formation of various metal oxides. Such as mercuric oxide, silver oxide, cuprous oxide, ferrous oxide, carbon dioxide, zinc oxide, carbon monoxide, chromic oxide, aluminum oxide, magnesium oxide, and also another one is calcium oxide. So we are using for that is reduction of metal oxides. The choice of a reduction of a metal oxides can be done by choosing a proper reducing agent, that is nothing but Elegant diagram. Okay, Elegant diagram is a plot of standard free energy change versus temperature for the formation of various oxides of metals. For the formation of various oxides of metals, that is delta G naught versus T. Delta G naught versus T. So therefore, you should have to plot standard free energy change in kilojoule per mole along y-axis, temperature in degrees Celsius or Kelvin scale along x-axis. Okay. So if you plot one, so you are going to plot the, so that is Elegant diagram for various metal oxides. For various metal oxides. Okay. So this is the graph we have plotted. So next is silent features of Elegant diagram. Silent features of Elegant diagram. So first one, the graph for the formation of metal to metal oxide slope upwards. So first one, the graph for the formation of metal to metal oxides slopes upwards. Slope upwards. This is due to the increase in standard free energy change. This is due to the increase in standard free energy change. Delta G naught increases with increase in temperature. This is because standard free energy change, that is delta G naught, increases with increase in temperature. Therefore, all graphs for the formation of metal oxide slope upwards. Okay. So first features is the graph for the formation of metal to metal oxides. Most of the graphs of the formation of metal to metal oxide slope upwards. This is because standard free energy change increases with increase in temperature. Okay. Second one, the graphs for the formation of mercuric oxides and silver oxides. The graph for the formation of mercuric oxides and silver oxides. So crosses the delta G naught is equal to 0 line. Delta G naught is equal to 0 line. If these two graphs is below this point, that is delta G naught, these two metal oxides are stable. So above, these graphs above these points, that is delta G naught is equal to 0 line. If it crosses the delta G naught is equal to 0 line, these two metal oxides becomes unstable. These two metal oxides becomes unstable and can be decomposed into their own, that is auto reduction without reducing agent. Without reducing agent, that is 2HgO on heating decomposes to give that metal oxide, that is metal mercury. So 2HgO. So this reaction is 2Hg plus O2 is equal to 2HgO. So next is 4Ag plus O2 is equal to 2Ag2O. So another reaction is 2Ag2O on heating readily decomposes to give 4Ag plus O2. 4Ag plus O2. These two metal oxides becomes unstable as it crosses the delta G naught is equal to 0 line. Delta G naught is equal to 0 because there is a sudden changes in the slope of the graphs. This is due to the large changes in entropy values. This is due to the large changes in entropy values. Therefore, they show positive slopes. Next, third features. There is a sudden changes in the slope of the graphs at their melting points. At their melting points are boiling points. There is a sudden changes in the slope of the graphs even at their boiling points are melting points. So this is due to the large changes in entropy values. So for example, if you consider the graph for the formation of zinc oxides. So zinc oxides melt at this temperature around, that is 692 Kelvin. So melting point of zinc oxide is 692 Kelvin. At this point, so the zinc oxides will going to boil So therefore, so there is a sudden changes in the slope of their graphs at their boiling point or melting point. This is due to the large changes in entropy values. This is due to the large changes in entropy values. So next, fourth one. Any metal oxides which is having lower delta G naught is more stable than any other metal oxides having higher delta G naught. Any metal oxides which is having lower delta G naught is more stable than any other metal oxides which is having higher delta G naught. If these metal oxides is having higher delta G naught, they are so less stable. They are less stable. Any metal oxides having higher delta G naught is less stable than any other metal oxides having lower delta G naught. Therefore, so higher delta G naught, higher metal oxides having higher delta G naught can be reduced by so any other metal oxides having lower delta G naught. So, for example, if we consider the graph of the formation of chromic oxide and aluminum oxides, chromic oxide is having higher delta G naught, that is so minus 800 kilojoule per mole, then compared to aluminum oxides which is having minus 1000 kilojoule per mole. So this metal oxide is having lower delta G naught, so is more stable than compared to so chromic oxides which is having higher delta G naught. Therefore, chromic oxide is reduced by aluminum. Chromic oxide is reduced by aluminum. So therefore, the reaction can be written as Cr2O3 plus 2Al gives rise to 2Cr plus Al2O3. So chromic oxide is reduced by aluminum to form chromium. So and aluminum oxide is formed, but the reverse of the reaction is not true. Reverse of the reaction is okay. So the graph for the formation of, that is chromic oxide, is reduced by aluminum because aluminum is having lower delta G naught when compared to chromic oxide which is having higher delta G naught. Okay, this is important. I have told. So the reverse of the reaction. So andre ulta bardre Al2O3 plus 2Cr gives rise to Cr2O3 plus 2Al is not at all possible because aluminum oxide cannot be reduced by chromium because chromium is having higher delta G naught. Any metal oxide which is having higher delta G naught is less stable than any other metal oxides having lower delta G naught. Lower delta G naught metal oxide is having more stable. Okay. Next one. More the gap between the two lines, more is the stability of the reducing agent. More the gap between the two lines, more is the stability of the reducing agent. If we consider the graph for the formation of ferrous oxide and so aluminum oxide, ferrous oxide and aluminum oxide, so aluminum is more stable than compared to iron. So more the gap between the so two lines, more is the stability of the reducing agent. If we consider the gap for the formation of ferrous oxide and aluminum oxide, so aluminum acts as a good reducing agent. So aluminum can also reduce ferrous oxides. Okay. Sixth one. The graph for the formation of carbon monoxide shows a negative slope. This is the only one graph. So in elegant diagram, which shows a negative slope. The graph for the formation of carbon monoxide shows a negative slope or downward trend or overall downward trend. This is due to the large changes in entropy values. Delta G naught decreases whereas standard entropy change increases. This is due to the large changes in entropy values. So delta S naught becomes highly positive with increasing temperature. So delta G naught becomes highly negative with increasing temperature. Standard entropy change decreases with increasing temperature, whereas standard entropy change increases. Therefore, they show a negative trend or downward trend. Okay. Next, 7th one. The graph of the formation of 1 mole of carbon monoxide shows a straight line parallel to temperature axis. Shows a straight line parallel to temperature axis. This is because delta G naught does not increase much with temperature. This is because delta G naught does not increase because carbon solid, oxygen gas giving rise to carbon monoxide gas. So this is because delta G naught does not increase much with temperature. Therefore, the graph of the formation of 1 mole of carbon dioxide shows a straight line parallel to x-axis or temperature axis. Okay, next one. The Elegant diagram is plotted. The Elegant diagram is plotted. So, for the reduction of metal oxides, when 1 mole of oxygen is consumed in every reaction. When 1 mole of oxygen is consumed in every reaction. Elegant diagram is plotted for the reduction of metal oxides when 1 mole of oxygen is consumed in every reaction. So, this is about the silent features of Elegant diagram. So, which is important for CET classes as well as and the theory examinations. Okay. So, Elegant diagram is nothing but standard phase change delta G naught versus temperature for the formation of various oxides of metals. So, this was given by HTJ Elegant, which provides a sound basis for the reduction of metal oxides by choosing a proper reducing agent. The thermodynamic criteria for the feasibility of a reaction is that standard phase change should decrease. Standard phase change should decrease. So, this is calculated, this diagram is calculated when 1 mole of oxygen is consumed or liberated in every reaction. Okay. So, this is about Elegant diagram. Okay. Thank you.